Shout out to Diggy. Shout out to Jazzy. You guys, you guys are cracking me up. You guys are cracking me up. Anyways, let's get back to business. I had a great weekend. Okay, I had a fantastic weekend. I don't know how. I hope everybody else had a great weekend. You probably did not have a great of a weekend as I did, but but we're here. All right, what's up to Tatiana? Hola. Hola, Tatiana. Yeah, let's see. Let's get back to business though. Yeah, I had to keep moving the live back. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, so let's recap. We're going to recap. What is this? We're talking about the Fox Sports cesspool. Okay. Oh, I did laundry today. I had to do laundry today because we only got back home last night, and I did not want to have a bunch of, you know, dirty clothes or whatever. But I'm a little behind schedule. I'm behind schedule. I don't know. I like traveling, but I also don't like traveling. I actually really prefer my regular life. But yeah, my stuff's just a little disorganized right now. I just finished doing laundry. I don't know, 40 minutes ago, but I still have to fold laundry. Probably not going to do that tonight. So tomorrow's what is this live stream might be delayed because I'll be folding laundry. Anyways, so here's the recap. Okay, here's what Faraji alleged. So just a recap. I'm talking off the top of my head, so hopefully this stuff is accurate. If not, there's a disclaimer. All right. But from what I recall, what's her name again? Joy Taylor. Not even. That's not even how it began, because this is really about Faraji. Okay. So Faraji was working for a high-end hair salon in Los Angeles. Okay. And she worked for the salon for an incredible amount of time. And during that time, one of her co-workers introduced her to two individuals that work for Fox News. They seem to be, I'd like to say that they were big wigs because that's how they're described. Okay. And Faraji and the co-worker would often, go to Fox Studios or these individuals' homes to do their hair. Okay. And then let's see. What's up, Mookie? I watched some of Mookie's videos earlier on. There was something about people taking off their shoes. So I don't know. I don't know. Something along those lines. Uh okay. And then Tatiana says, sustained, we missed you. Reina Bella. I missed you guys too. I missed you guys too. But I had to give my man some affection. I had to give him some top. I had to give him some top and do some things, do some nasty things to him. But yeah, I figured I'd come live. Friday, I'm not gonna be live. I'm just letting you know in advance. Yeah, but you see, this is why. Anyways, let me move on before I start talking crap and the man's listening to me on the other side and it's like, oh, here she goes again. So shout out to Laugh. Laugh is here. Laugh is here. Okay. So Tatiana says, do all the nasty things, right? Yeah, I missed you too, Laugh. I missed you too, Laugh. I missed all the love that you give me, okay? You guys are cracking me up. I need to focus. Mookie says there's nothing wrong with a little nasty time. Yeah. Let me move on. Okay, so Faraji and the coworker would, they'll be doing hair at Fox Studios and at these two individuals' homes. Okay, and then as time went on, the coworker became occupied. So he or she, I believe he was a he, but I don't want to be mistaken. So I'm just gonna say he or she. Um, pretty much gave Faraji the green light to go to Fox Studios by herself. As time went on, another individual recommended that Fox take on Faraji as a part-time hairstylist or employee or whatever it is. And then as time went on, because she started, if I remember correctly, she started working for Fox Studios before Taylor. Eventually, she started working. She was taken on as a full-time employee. So this is when she and Joy Taylor meet, or somewhere along the lines. She and Joy Taylor ended up meeting. Okay, they worked together. I guess they would go on outings together, and then eventually, there was a mysterious man. Forgot his name. There was a man that would be funding their outings. Right. I am so confused as to the reason why Faraji, because apparently from what is this? From the complaint itself, Faraji was not on board with what is this? Was not on board with Joy Taylor sleeping with the VP of content creation or whatever his title was, because apparently both individuals married. And then based on this complaint, it was revealed, or it is alleged, that Joy Taylor's spouse and the VP's spouse, they all went to dinner together. That makes me wonder. I guess would have to go back. But was Faraji present? Right. Faraji, what it sounds like Faraji was present at the dinner, because she is alleging that Taylor's husband became suspicious. So I went to go look up. I just, I went on Wikipedia, which is not the reliable source. Okay. Wikipedia is not reliable, but that's where I went, because I wanted to find out a little bit more about Joy Taylor. Okay, because the way that she has been painted was that folks have made it seem as if she was just a bartender that slept her way to the top. Those are the allegations. Okay, she probably did. I mean, she did bartend, and it sounds like she slept her way to the top. These are allegations, but this woman actually has a bachelor's degree. Okay, I just had to correct that, because the way that it's been reading, it seems like she has done absolutely nothing with her life but spread her legs. Right? That's inaccurate. It's kind of not exactly in the same light, but when it comes to AOC, folks like to romanticize the fact that she was a server, and folks like to make it seem as if she was just a server and she somehow ended up, in government. No, it's true. She served tables, but she's also highly educated. She has. I'm talking about Alexander. Hold on, AOC. I forgot. I forgot her full name. But in any event, let's get into the actual lawsuit. I need to keep up with this. Tatiana said I need to. You guys should not encourage me. Okay, you guys should not encourage me. You definitely don't encourage me. Okay, and then Live said that two people did not hit the like button. You guys need to hit the like button. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Uh. Oh no, let's see. All right. Tatiana's dabbing. I think that's a dabbing emoji. I might be incorrect. I might be incorrect. Let's see. Let's see. All right. I'm on track. I'm on track. So let's get back to the lawsuit. So lawsuit. Okay, so again, Faraji alleged a whole bunch of stuff. She alleged, let's see, she was targeted because of her ethnicity and disability. There we go. Alexandria Ocasio Cortez. I could remember the Cortez. I could not remember what the O stood for. So that is exactly correct. And then Faraji participated in an internal investigation, only to be singled out, taken off. What? Taken off speak, and accused of having sex with Mr. Bayless. This was accused of having sex with Mr. Bayless. I don't think I read that part, because the part the part that I remember, I'm gonna have to read this because the part where we left off on some really crazy note. It was something about Skip Bayless accusing what's her name again, Faraji, of sleeping with Shannon Sharp, and her deny not even. I mean, she based on the complaint, she's saying she denied it, but I'm confused as to why she felt the need to explain herself to Skip, and Skip offered her 1.5 million for that PUM. And I mean, I know the whole thing's a mess. The reason I'm laughing is because I remember Jasmine saying that she would give it up. She would give it up for 1.5. But let's quickly see. All right, let's go back. Uh okay, I'm gonna go back to I think this is I need my ooh, I need to write this down. I need my glasses. Let me just get the glasses now. Because I'm going to work tomorrow. I don't know if anybody watched the inauguration. I definitely did not. I skipped the inauguration, but I watched parts of what's his name? Elon Musk. I watched part of his speech with what appeared to be, I don't know. Mm, yeah. Uh, this is going to be a rough one, guys. Like the next oof, 4 years starting today are going to be pretty rough. All right, so let's see. Let's get in here. Let us get in here. Okay, I just had to put my glasses on, but I have to remember to take them. Okay, so we're just going back in time. So we left off at Maraji. Oh, I'm sorry, not Maraji. Faraji. So Miss Faraji's job is threatened because she did not sleep with Mr. Bayless. Okay. And then on April 12, 2022, Mr. Bayless texted Faraji, "I'm good today." The text meant that he would not be coming in for hair or makeup. Okay. And then on April 13th, so a day later, Bayless texted Faraji, "Not comfortable coming down there. Just do what you need to do. It's okay." Faraji asked him what was wrong. He replied, "Same stuff, worse." Faraji, concerned about her own job, walked to Mr. Bayless' fitting room to see if everything was okay. This is the part where it's a bit questionable for me, okay? Um, I know, poor judgment, but people do exercise poor judgment all the time because you're, I don't know, let me leave it there. I don't even want to comment because if I say what I want to say, it's going to sound like victim blaming. But here's the thing, I'm going to say it anyways, okay? Because the way that this complaint is framed, the complaint appears or it paints Skip Bayless as this individual that is brazen in his what is this he's brazen. I wouldn't even call it a pursuit. Okay, it's really sexual harassment if the allegations are true, but he is brazen in his sexual assault of Faraji. Again, allegations. Okay, but to be comfortable enough to text back and forth and even go to his dressing room, I don't know about that. Even the invitations, because somewhere in this lawsuit she mentions how she would often go to his home, and she mentions that his wife was around, I guess, to make it seem as if it was a safe choice. But even under those circumstances, right? If I mean, the guy kind of looks skinny, but even that, I would like to think that he has enough. He's in his 70s, but he appears to have enough uh, muscle and strength to overpower somebody, right? But I don't know. It's just from my perspective, my reading of these allegations, it seems that Faraji says that, okay, the environment at Fox Sports, right, was one where what is this? I don't want to say sexual assault. It's one where sexual harassment was encouraged to not so encouraged but overlooked, right? That's the way she paints it. But the more my reading of the complaint, it appears that Faraji was equally as comfortable with the environment until she got fired. The real problem came in when she got fired. My reading of this complaint, I don't think that she would have, you know, brought a lawsuit had one of two things occurred. One, had they compensated her. And the reason why I'm saying that is because in this lawsuit, she talks about how one of her bullies was compensated after they were let go. And she questioned why they were compensated, right? Um, it's just, it's one thing to be focused on the bully being let go, but it's another to focus on the monetary aspect of it. Okay. To me, that is signal. If I had written this complaint, right? If I was the plaintiff's attorney that drafted this complaint, I would highlight that. I'd highlight those facts in order to pretty much send a signal to the defense counsel in terms of what we're looking for, if it's compensation that we're looking for. Okay. But then again, as we read on, we're going to find out that Faraji got fired, which is what I suspected, right? I suspected she was fired, which caused her to, file the lawsuit. Okay, let's quickly go back. Let's go back. So, okay, so fitting room, blah, blah, blah. Mr. Bayless answered the door, and before Faraji could speak, he began to angrily accuse Miss Faraji of fucking Mr. Sharp. We're 10 minutes in. I can cuss. We're 10 minutes in. What's up, Jerome? What's up, Jerome? And then Ms. Faraji tried to explain that she did not have any feelings towards Mr. Sharp and had never slept with him or any other talent member or employee at Fox. But before she could speak, Mr. Bayless demanded she come to his car after the show. Ms. Faraji responded that she could not come sit in his car as it was inappropriate. Skip grew irate and then left. Like the whole thing is just, I don't know. On April 14th, so this is what, 2 days after the fact. Mr. Bayless texted Faraji, "If you're distracted tomorrow, I'll wait till Monday, but I can't keep doing this." Faraji told him she was very confused. Bayless responded, "Trust me, I'm far more confused." Ms. Faraji then explained over text that she's not sleeping with Mr. Sharp. Mr. Bayless did not respond. On April 15, 2022, Bayless texted Faraji, "Do you still want to do the haircut or just move on?" This is what, I don't know. I don't like going through people's text messages, not my thing. But I don't know. Was Skip, if he was in fact texting Faraji, if he did in fact send these text messages, right? Like, wouldn't he be worried about his spouse going through his phone? I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know. This is beyond my pay scale. Okay, I represent people that are injured at work and people in car crashes and other personal injury. This is definitely beyond my pay scale. This celebrity stuff beyond my pay scale. Okay, so let's see. What's up? What? Oh, I'm too loud? Okay. I got distracted. Hold on. I need to read a text. Let's see. Hold on. I'm still here, folks. What's this? Uh, hold on. All right, so I'm really. Let me find this. My guy waves out. My guy waves out. Just like. Hold on. I want to. This is something that my man sent me, which is related to what we're talking about. I could possibly. I think I can share this. The reason why I was on the fence is because when we're talking about instructions, when we're talking about instructions on, when you have to fold the towel 3 times. That's all I'm going to say. I shared that link. I shared my screen, and then Shannon Sharp and his people came. It came after my channel. But I think I can share this. Hold on. Let me find. Yeah, I think I can share this. So this is called Skip Bayless. Ooh. Skip Bayless explodes with anger. Ooh. This is from 5 years ago. This is from 5 years ago. All right, let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. Shout out to Survivor. Let's see. All right.
Let's see if he can do that. And what happens on 2nd and 2 at the 26? My guy waves out. My guy waves out, just like Chicago. It's the Chicago nightmare all over again. Zeke waves out. Take me out, coach.
Oh, we ain't gonna talk about this.
Take me out. It's my turn.
Oh,
It is. You told me it was my turn.
You can talk all that you want to, yell and scream. You lost.
It is my turn.
You lost the game.
It's my turn.
Take as long as you want. You still lost.
Oh. Oh, okay. So I guess it was pretty intense out there. I actually never really watch. Oh, people are here. I did not watch the actual show. I watch, what's this though? I watch Nightcap. I'm not gonna lie. I watch Nightcap, especially, when I'm at work or whatever and I'm by myself, usually early morning. Yeah, guy has okay. Definitely lost it. Let's see. What's up, Jason? Let's get back to this lawsuit. Where were we? Okay, so let's see. I lost it. Okay, so she denies any relations with a man. And then Faraji tried to explain that she was kind to all talent, and that included laughing and engaging in conversation. And again, this is what I'm talking about. Faraji was comfortable enough. I wonder how much they were paying her, but she was comfortable enough to work in that environment until she was fired. This is my take, okay? This is my take from reading this complaint. And then let's see. Ooh, what? I got distracted. I read the word vagina. I skipped over, read the word vagina, and then I just got distracted. Hold on. Where were we? I'm gonna have to print this stuff out because this phone stuff is not working. Hold on. Okay, so on April 15, 2022, Bayless texted Faraji, do you still want to do the haircut or just move on? Faraji responded that she doesn't want to move on from her job and that she will continue doing his hair. On April 16, 2022, Bayless called Faraji. Faraji did not answer the call because she was scared. Okay. Mm. All right, I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt. She then called him back 10 minutes later. Okay, now I have questions. I would understand not answering the phone in order to prepare yourself to record the call, but to call the person 10 minutes later, I don't know. Okay, on the call, Bayless again angrily accused Faraji of, screwing Shannon, and said that he could tell from her body language that she was screwing him. Faraji tried to explain that she was kind to all talent, and that included laughing and engaging in conversation. Faraji then asked if he was yelling at her because she refused to go to his car. Skip answered that she shouldn't talk to him like that. Faraji replied that she could respond however she wanted. This whole thing is a mess. Bayless then angrily stated that he heard her talk to Sharp about her vagina. Ms. Faraji knew this to be untrue and was embarrassed and angry. Ms. Faraji responded that if she had been dating Sharp, which she wasn't, it shouldn't matter at all because she only had a professional relationship with Skip. On April 17, 2022, Faraji arrived in the makeup room approximately. Okay, so this is when she records him. Okay, this is when she records him. I'm just gonna skip forward because we read some of this, okay? She records him, and then Bayless responded. Hold on. I guess I'm just gonna have to read this whole thing. So Bayless stated that he would hate for her to lose her job, but she can't be doing a big thing. but she can't be doing a big thing with my arch rival. She responded by reiterating that being polite to Mr. Sharp is part of her job. Bayless responded to BS, BS, BS. I'm calling BS on you. Bayless then warned that if he doesn't want her to lose her job, that he doesn't want her to lose her job over this. Faraji responded that she wasn't going to lose her job because she is a great hairdresser. All right, talk that talk. Bayless responded, "I have love for you, and I have for the and I have for 6 years, and you hurt me, and you're ruining this." Faraji again responded that she must be polite to all talent. Bayless then implied that if she stopped requesting her, it would affect her job. Faraji responded that she is scheduled to work every morning at, this is early, 5:45 a.m. And if he would like to get his hair done, he's welcome to sit in her chair. Bayless continued to threaten the job. Faraji knew that he was trying to pressure her into having sex with him. Here's the thing, though. Like, if these allegations are true, right? And Skip, I probably should have finished reading that sentence. Let me finish reading. But she kept repeating that she was professional and that had to be and that she had to be kind to all talent. Here's my thing. I guess I just don't know how these things work. I guess, yeah, different shoes. But I do not understand if these allegations are true. But then again, I'm not a guy, so I probably cannot understand or really relate. I'm puzzled to pressuring to have intercourse with somebody in the sense that you don't even know if they're good in bed or not. Like, I don't know. Let me leave it alone because I'm confused. I'm confused. You you know if their breath smells good. You don't know if they wash every day. Let me leave it alone. I'm definitely gonna leave it alone. Um, where was I? I need to take. That's why I need to read all this stuff before. I need to read an entire paragraph before I actually move on. Anyways, on April 21st, 2022, Mr. Bayless asked if Faraji would come to his house to color his hair. Okay, a side job that Faraji previously would partake in when Mr. Bayless' wife was home. That's a part that I kind of question a little bit because what guarantee, again, this is her trying to, or at least not her, but mostly her attorneys, um, because to me, Faraji had clouded judgment, all right, a little bit. But the reason why they're saying that the wife was home, I just don't know. What guarantee is it? If we have this individual that appears to be a liar, how are you guaranteed that the wife is actually home? How are you comfortable going? I don't know. I have questions. Again, the end goal for this lawsuit, there's no question about it. The end goal for this lawsuit is money. Okay. The end goal for this lawsuit, definitely money. There's no question about it. Okay. And I mean, if these folks did, in fact, behave in the manner that they did, it's it's her life. Okay. If it's money she wants and not actual criminal, if she does not seek to pursue criminal charges or anything else, or if she's not asking for Fox Sports to change, to change the culture, and if it's only money, then that's her business. That has nothing to do with me. But I do question a lot of what I'm reading here. I definitely question a lot of what I'm reading here because what guarantee the times that you went to this man's house, what guarantee did she have? And I just want to know, like, I need more information. What guarantee was there that the wife was actually going to be home? Um, okay, so on this occasion, with her therapist's help, she conveyed that she would no longer be going to his home. The following week, Mr. Bayless arrived in the makeup room as if their conversation never happened, but Ms. Faraji remained on edge. Ms. Faraji had worsening nightmares regarding the incidents that took place with Mr. Bayless. Ms. Faraji's therapist started using eye movement, desensitization, and reprocessing to talk through her interactions with Mr. Bayless. I still have questions, people. I still, yeah, I still have questions. I have questions again from a legal perspective, okay? Because what it sounds like they're making here, this is not a claim that is alleging physical injury, okay? This is more emotional, more psychological, right? And they keep talking about this therapist and this, was it a diary or something along those lines, which they're obviously going to have to turn over. But again, this is one of those psychological injuries, right? Or I'm not, they are a bit tougher to prove, okay? They're definitely tougher to prove. And the reason why they're tougher to prove is because um, most of, I mean, there are different types of psychological injuries, but a lot of them, it's kind of similar to pain. A lot of them are subjective, right? Because as far as the nightmares, I don't know how they're going to prove that, but I'm pretty sure there are ways of proving that. It's just, I don't know. Let me leave Faraji alone. Let me move on to the next paragraph. Okay, so the next section deals with Faraji targeted because of her ethnicity and disability. And then she goes on to talk about, oh, right. This was about Joy Taylor, something to do with black hair. Okay, I need to be, let me actually get into it. But I just don't want to get into this mess because it's in the previous, one of the previous videos. Okay. It's in one of the previous videos. But she basically said that Joy Taylor would mock her, and it goes on and on and on. And Joy Taylor suddenly had problems with Faraji doing her hair. There was this whole thing about whether Joy Taylor is black or not, because there's not even a conversation. There's an allegation here that Joy Taylor has black hair and she's not qualified, or Faraji's not qualified to do black hair. Faraji says that she was part of the set of CeeLo Green. I know CeeLo did not ask to be in this, but but she did hair for CeeLo Green's music video, something along those lines. And there were over 10 black background dancers or backup dancers in the music video. And yeah, we're going to leave that alone because it's not really going to take us anywhere. Okay. And then Ms. Faraji participates in an internal investigation only to be singled out, taken off speak, and accused of having sex with Mr. Bayless. So in mid-July 2023, Anna, who's the Fox Sports Vice President of Employee Relations, asked Faraji for a meeting. At the meeting, Anna asked if Taylor, I'm going to say Joy, Taylor was having a sexual relationship with Mr. Acho. I think we read this because we actually had looked up, I believe it was Jasmine and I, we looked up this Acho person. He's supposed to be a professional athlete. Okay, that's all I remember. That's all I remember. Right. So basically, who's this? From my recollection, because we need to move on. So I'm just gonna, I'm gonna say what I remember from memory. What's her name again? Faraji goes to Taylor, tells her, tells her about how Dixon was sleeping with some other folks or something along those lines. And according to, if I remember verbatim, Taylor's response said, "Nobody gives a fuck." Okay, like don't ruin my money. Do not ruin my money. Okay. All right, so we're quickly gonna move on from that. Let's see, did we Parati? No longer needed. Okay, and then she was moved from a set. All right. Okay, let's move on. So Ms. Faraji learns that Mr. Dixon wants her fired in late August 2023. And again, I am going to maintain, okay? This is my position. This is going to be the position that I maintain. To me, it does not appear that Faraji, she tolerate. I'm gonna rephrase what I was gonna say, but it appears that she tolerated the environment and did not have a real problem with the cesspool that was going on at Fox News until she got fired. Okay, that's my reading of all of this. In late, and not just that, I think she is upset at the fact that they did not give her a severance package. If they gave her a severance package, it was not hefty, and because it was not hefty, she decided to bring suit. So she wants serious money. We'll eventually see what the demand is at the end of this complaint. Let's see. In late August 2023, Mr. Bayless learned that Mr. Sharp and Ms. Faraji had never been involved romantically. Okay. Subsequently, Mr. Bayless pulled Ms. Faraji aside for a conversation. During this conversation, Mr. Bayless apologized for accusing her of having sex with Sharp, um, disclosed details regarding his August 21, 2023 meeting with Human Resources, and further disclosed that Mr. Dixon wants Ms. Faraji fired because she knew too much and was talking. Mr. Bayless also disclosed that he believed Mr. Dixon kept his wife on Fox payroll to keep her silent about his affair with Fox employees. Wow. Wow. Mr. Bayless, I don't know. I'm just thinking. I'm thinking from the perspective of Dixon's wife, okay? If these allegations are true, I don't. It might be different. If she does not have a job, I guess it would make sense. And if you still want to maintain that type of lifestyle, I suppose it would make sense to be on a payroll and have your man sleeping with other people and just turning a blind eye. But I have questions. I have serious questions. In any event, let's let's move on because I'm getting messy. Okay. So Mr. Bayless asked Ms. Faraji out to dinner to continue the conversation, but Ms. Faraji declined, stating that she cannot do anything that even gives an inference of a non-work relationship because she wants to keep her job. On October 18, 2023, Mr. Bayless told Faraji that Dixon was continuing to push him to ask for a different hairstylist, but Mr. Bayless refused. Ms. Faraji's diary entry for that day states, I feel desperate. I don't know how to save my job. Charlie is the big boss, and I'm just a hairstylist with no power. Skip said that Joy is telling Charlie to get rid of me. That's crazy. Okay, going back to this diary entry. Here's the thing. Now I'm curious. Is this a hard copy diary or is it digital? Okay. And the reason why I'm asking is because if this is a handwritten diary, right, that's something you can alter. Okay. You can go back in time and create dates and do all types of things. But if it's, and the reason why I'm bringing this up, okay, for complaint, sure, mention this, right? But as far if this thing goes to trial, I don't see this going to trial. I just do not. I don't see this going to trial. Part of the reason why I don't see this going to trial is because in this complaint, some names were redacted. Let me think that. I think that these are names of some folks that probably are still employees of Fox, and they're going to try and save face. Okay. And that's probably why the attorneys brought the complaint, because the allegations are damning enough for, Fox to settle the case. Okay. I think they're damning enough. But in the event that this case goes to trial, right? Faraji's statements are, they're out of court statements. Okay. It's hearsay. So again, are they reliable? Because if it's something that's digital, soft copy, I guess you could actually go back in time and see. You could get the metadata. You could see if there are any alterations. You can see when the entries were actually made. As far as paper, though, I don't know. I don't know. You can pretty much go back in time with no repercussions when it comes to a diary entry. Okay, let's move on. Let's see. Okay, so on October 20, 2023, Bayless told Faraji that Dixon had threatened his job because he continuously requested Faraji, stating that he would rather have another pretty girl on Undisputed over Bayless anyways. What a mess. On December 21, 2023, Bayless told Faraji that he still loved her. What the hell? And confided that Mr. Dixon was the one who had told him that Faraji was sleeping with Sharp. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to leave that alone. Bayless then again tried to have sex with Faraji. Faraji's diary entry for that day states, I said, Skip, I'm only interested in working with you and having friendship relationship with you and nothing else. You said you have no idea. You're losing everything. What? I don't know what he means by that. And I hope he doesn't take me off the show. It makes me sick to my stomach. It's really hard for me to work like this. I hope God helps me because Fox is supporting people like Charlie and Skip. Okay? Again, and then again, for Fox is supporting people like Charlie and Skip, that is bolded, it's underlined, and it says emphasis edit. Again, these folks are signaling. The plaintiff's attorneys are definitely, they're signaling that, they have something here. But this diary entry, it reinforces my position that Faraji had absolutely no problem working in that environment. Okay. To me, again, this appears to be a lawsuit I mean, most lawsuits are that's aimed at, getting some bucks. She wants to get paid again. It's her life. The allegations are hers. And if that's how she wants to go about it, that's her business. Okay, that has nothing to do with me. We move on. Ms. Faraji lets it known she will support a co-worker. Okay, on December 17, 2023, one of Ms. Faraji's, I don't know if anybody asked for a link or not, but I'll send it here because if I touch the chat, we're not gonna be done. We won't finish because I'm gonna be going back and forth, and you guys know that's just how chaotic I am. Anyways, on December 17, 2023, one of Ms. Faraji's co-workers was indefinitely taken off schedule after she took offense to bullying and racist comments made by a Fox NFL host. Oh, okay. Over the next few months, Ms. Faraji made it known among the department that if needed, she would speak out on her co-worker's behalf. Ms. Peretti responded, if it's so hard for you here, why don't you quit? Ms. Peretti also later commented, I don't regret anything I did to co-worker or different co-worker. This was especially cruel as she knew one of the co-workers had tried to commit suicide. Oh, wow. Ms. Faraji reached out to Ms. Drucker and asked, Drucker is Anna, who's the VP of something above, and asked if she should get an attorney. Ms. Drucker responded that she did not need an attorney. Okay, I'm confused. Okay, so why did she go to Drucker? That's what I don't know. Let's just move on. Okay, so Ms. Faraji is fired. Ding, 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 ding. This is why we have this lawsuit or the complaint. Okay. On approximately June 24, 2024, a Tala member disclosed to Ms. Faraji that Undisputed was going to be canceled and that Mr. Bayless was going to be fired. Ms. Faraji grew internally anxious that Mr. Dixon was trying to get her fired. Later that week on Monday, Ms. Faraji gave Mr. Bayless a haircut. During the haircut, Bayless told her about a new opportunity he was expecting outside of Fox. Faraji asked if he would still be coming back to Undisputed, and he replied, of course. Mr. Bayless then told Ms. Faraji that he fantasized about having sex with her and asked how much money it would take for her to have sex with him. Ms. Faraji stated she already refused $1.5 million and that her answer wasn't going to change. Mr. Bayless replied, The more you say, the more I want you. Okay. On August 2, 2024, Undisputed was canceled. Mr. Bayless was fired and Ms. Faraji was taken off schedule. Ms. Peretti told Ms. Faraji that there was no longer a need for her. That same day, Mr. Bayless asked Ms. Faraji to walk him to his car on his way out. Ms. Faraji felt that she had no choice but to walk him to his car. Once at the car, they noticed Mr. Dixon in the parking lot looking at them. Mr. Bayless told Ms. Faraji, fuck Charlie. If you want to sue them, go for it. Fuck them. I'm sorry, I should not be reading this stuff out. Charlie's not going to sleep tonight. He's scared of what I'm going to tell you. Fuck him. That same day, okay, what you cannot just stop right there. You have to tell us what the man told you. That same day, okay, now I have questions. I wonder what would have occurred had Dixon not been in the parking lot. I have questions. Okay, so that same day, Faraji reached out to Fox, asked why she was taken off schedule, and explained that although Undisputed had been canceled, she had worked on the herd for over 5 years, Speak for over a year, and Talon continued to request her. Fox did not provide a substantive response, but said they would investigate the issue. On August 5, 2024, Ms. Faraji was asked to give Mrs. Silverman a haircut in the same manner she had been doing for over the past 7 years. Ms. Faraji then reached out to Fox to ask what she should do, as she did not want to let Mr. Silverman down. The next day, do you guys know who Silverman is? Like, I watch, LSU's playing South Carolina. I think it's on Wednesday or Thursday. Hold on, I'm getting distracted. Let me look at I think it's Wednesday, because today's what, Monday? Oh, it's Thursday. Ooh, I don't know. You guys know I'm a huge LSU supporter, okay? At least the women's I like track and field too. I support them when it comes to track and field too. But I don't know. Let me move on. I'm getting distracted. Okay. Let's go back. Where did we stop? Okay, she was not provided a substantive reason on August 8th, 2024, after finishing the hold on. Okay, she did not want to let Mr. Silverman down. The next day, Fox again did not provide a substantive response, but said they were going to continue to investigate the issue. On August 8, 2024, after finishing the investigation, Fox was finally able to muster the following pretextual reason for firing Ms. Faraji. They can only afford to have one hairdresser work on all 3 shows: a new morning show, Speak, and Undisputed. Ms. Faraji's fears actualized as she realized that she had become the target. Fox systemically reduced her work schedule and ultimately terminated her employment by removing her from the schedule entirely, using fabricated business necessities as a pretext. Guided by its attorneys, Fox then implemented the revised schedule, assigning a single hairdresser to cover all 3 shows for approximately 3 months. Once Fox believed it had sufficiently justified its actions from a legal standpoint, they reverted to their long-standing scheduling arrangements, which included one hair and makeup professional in the morning and another set in the afternoon. The same arrangement had been in place for years during Faraji's tenure. In addition, Fox employed a barber to work exclusively on the new morning show. Obviously, there was an issue because going back to the earlier parts of the complaint, she was a hairdresser and a barber, and obviously she was not happy with that. Okay? So Ms. Faraji's life after working with defendants. Okay. For weeks after being terminated, Ms. Faraji remained conflicted as to her next steps. Okay. So that's an interesting sentence right there. I guess they're trying to downplay the fact that she is in pursuit of money. And again, if these allegations are true, she gets to decide ultimately how she wants to be compensated, made whole, or justice, if there's any. Okay. She remained quiet about her experience at Fox, as she was fearful, believing that Mr. Dixon might hire somebody to kill her Should she go public? What? After many therapy sessions, Ms. Faraji has concluded that she never wants to work with Mr. Bayless again, feels ashamed for working with him for so many years, and is able to better control intrusive thoughts of Mr. Dixon hurting her again. In response to her feelings of shame, embarrassment, and fear, her therapist told her that she had only been doing what she thought she needed to do to survive. I have a question. Um, okay, let me put my glasses back on. Let me hold on. The question is, let me find that sentence again. Let me find that allegation again. So it says that after many therapy sessions, Ms. Faraji has concluded that she never wants to work with Mr. Bayless again. Here's my question. I'm trying to figure out, I'm just trying to understand the question, or not the question, trying to understand this. That's not really a statement, the sentence itself, okay? Based on this sentence, okay, I am inclined to believe that after she got fired, she reached out to Skip for employment. That is what, because otherwise the sentence makes no sense. Because if Skip was terminated before she was, right, and he moved on to something else, why would she have to work with him again? That's I don't know. That leads me to believe, that statement leads me to believe that she had reached out to Skip uh for employment, okay? Because obviously if he's gone somewhere else and I guess he liked the work she did on him or whatever, she probably believed that he would still be in need of a hairstylist wherever it is that he was going. I could look up this stuff, but I don't want to go down a rabbit hole. What time is it? Okay, it's 10. We're good. We're good on time. We're good on time. Yeah, but I just I don't know. And if that's in fact the truth, because here's the thing. Oftentimes when attorneys draft complaints, right? They if they have good clients, if they have clients that disclose anything and everything from the very beginning, if they have good clients that are upfront about, you know, the good and the bad facts of their what is this, of their cases, okay? To me, this appears to be a bad fact that the plaintiff's attorney um, would foresee that the defendant would pretty much exploit. So, in order to take the sting out, they put it in their complaint. Let's see. All right. I don't know. I don't know. I have serious questions. I have serious questions. At this point, Ms. Faraji seeks justice. She knows that Mr. Dixon used his position of power to coerce women into having sex with him and used it as justification to grope Ms. Faraji. She knows that Mr. Dixon did not immediately fire her after Ms. Taylor and Ms. Faraji had a falling out, only to appease Mr. Bayless by providing him with a plaything. Despite Ms. Faraji being an excellent hairdresser and continuously being requested by talent, she was shrunken down to how much she could appease Mr. Bayless, and once Mr. Bayless was gone, so was her job. To date, talent continues to ask for Ms. Faraji at Fox, including Mr. Cowherd, who posted a poll on the Twitter page, The Herd, on December 18, 2024, asking if he should get a haircut, with 63.2% responding that he should. Ms. Faraji also continues to be requested by and works for high profile clients who do not abuse her. Wait, okay, I am confused, okay? Fine, okay? If she says that talent continues to ask for Ms. Faraji at Fox, I get it. And if, Mr. Cowherd continues to ask for her to be the assigned hairdresser after she was fired, I get it. But talking about Cowherd posting a poll on Twitter on December 18, 2024, asking if he should get a haircut, and 63.2 responding that he should, what does that have to do with her? what is, I don't know. Anyways, okay, so she continues. I guess she's still in business. Okay, they're basically signaling that being ex from Fox has not ended her career. So, following Ms. Faraji's departure from Fox, Mr. Bayless began featuring his wife on his podcast. Okay. On information and belief, he changed the cell phone number he had maintained for many years, presumably in the hopes of removing and deleting incriminating messages, presumably after receiving notice of this impending lawsuit from Fox. Okay, so I guess they're saying that he's featuring his wife as a PR move, like from a public relations perspective, to show that he is a married man and devoted husband. I suppose that I guess, is that odd? I mean, again, I don't watch these people, okay, with the exception of Shannon Sharp and Ocho on, what is it called again? What's the show called? I forgot. Nightcap. Yeah, with the exception of them, when I watch, again, I only watch the WNBA. Okay, Nightcap I watch for the stories because they're always talking a whole bunch of stuff, and I think Ocho is actually really funny. Uh, but other than that, I watch small YouTubers. What's his name? Brandon Blakely. I watch Quita Love Sports, and then some random channels that I don't actually know the names. But those are the two. Oh, there's another guy. There's a guy with dreadlocks. I don't know where he's from. His background is always red. I don't remember. But yeah, I don't know. I guess they're trying to say that Skip never featured his wife prior to the lawsuit being filed, something along those lines. Okay, so let's keep going. All right, so they talk about exhaustion of administrative remedies. Okay, Ms. Faraji has exhausted her administrative remedies pursuant to the California Fair Employment and Housing Act for those causes of action in this complaint for which exhaustion is required. She filed a timely administrative complaint with the California Department of Fair Employment and Housing regarding the issues raised by the act. Okay, blah blah, right to sue letter from, okay, that's it. So we go on to the class action. I guess that's the biggest that is kind of what the highlight from from the actual lawsuit. And then they move on to talk about hold on.
Let's see if
I'll just keep his face on there for a little bit. Okay, so we get into the class action lawsuit. All right. Basically, for class action, it has to be over 100 individuals. Okay. Okay, so their allegations basically minimum wages, overtime, reimbursement, final wages. Okay. So numerosity, typicality, adequacy, criminality. We're not going to go over that stuff because that's not the salacious allegations. But let's see. So first cause of action, failure to pay minimum wages. Did they put the numbers in here? That's all I'm really interested in. Second, failure to pay overtime wages. Failure to reimburse business expenses. All right. Failure to pay all wages upon separation. Failure to furnish accurate itemized wage statements. Unfair, unlawful, or fraudulent business practices. Let's see. Sexual battery against defendants Fox, Dixon, and Bayless. I don't like the way that a lot of folks have been reporting parts of these cases, at least as it relates to Joy Taylor. Okay, a lot of the, again, it's clickbait. Okay, a lot of the clickbaity titles made it appear as if Joy Taylor was accused of sexual assault, which, from my reading, unless I just did not read this correctly, I don't remember that to be the allegations based on Faraji's complaint. Okay, and then hostile work environment, discrimination based against sex, gender. This again against Fox, Dixon, Bayless, hostile work environment, race, national origin against Fox, Bayless, and then Taylor. Because Taylor, again, this is where that's why I don't fuck with people I work with. Okay. Hostile work environment, disability against Fox and Taylor, failure to prevent harassment against Fox. Okay, I quickly want to get into this one. This is what's the 12th cause of action as far as the class action lawsuit is concerned. The one against, or the one about negligent supervision, hiring, and retention against Fox. This is of interest to me, so we're going to go over this. Ms. Faraji realleges and incorporates each and every paragraph of this complaint as though fully set forth herein. California courts have long recognized the theory that an employer can be liable to a third person for negligent hiring, supervision, and retaining an unfit employee. Okay, and then they cite the case of Doe v. Cap Cities, blah blah. Negligent liability will be imposed on an employer if it knew or should have known that hiring the employee created a particular risk or hazard, and that particular harm materializes. To establish negligent supervision, a plaintiff must show that a person in a supervisory position over the actor had prior knowledge of the actor's propensity to do the bad act. As Fox knew or should have known of Mr. Dixon's willingness and propensity. Is that Zeta? She needs to go back to sleep. I'm getting distracted. Willingness and propensity to use his position to sexually harass women. Fox is liable for the materialization of this particular harm. As Fox knew or should have known of Bayless' willingness and propensity to use his position to sexually harass women. Okay, so it's basically a repetition. So they're saying Dixon, Bayless, Diaz. Okay, as far as those three are concerned, the allegations are that Fox knew or should have known that these three individuals had a willingness and propensity to sexually harass women, and that Fox is liable for that. And then, as far as Ms. Peretti is concerned, her allegations are that she had a propensity for bullying and threatening employees, and Fox is liable for that. And then again, this redacted per individual, Miss M. I'm trying to figure out why Miss M. I don't know. Why is that redacted? Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. As Fox knew or should have known of Miss M's propensity for bullying and threatening employees, Fox is liable for that. As a direct, foreseeable, and proximate result of defendant's unlawful actions, as described above, Ms. Faraji has suffered and continues to suffer. This is the most important part of this whole paragraph that we just read. Ms. Faraji has suffered and continues to suffer losses in earnings. Girl, you just said people are demanding for you. Losses in earnings, losses in other employment benefits, losses in other financial aspects. So is she referring to the benefits that she was receiving from Fox? Furthermore, she has suffered and continues to suffer emotional distress, shame, embarrassment, and fear, all to her damage in an amount to be proven at the time of trial. As such, she is entitled to equitable damages, compensatory damages, emotional damages, and attorney's fees and costs. In addition, as defendant's actions were not merely negligent and instead were egregious, stemming from malice or with reckless indifference to Ms. Faraji's rights and safety, she is entitled to punitive damages. Oh, they want big money, okay? They want big bucks. And then as far as the 13th cause of action for retaliation against Fox News, I need to read this. Ms. Faraji realleges and incorporates each and every paragraph of this complaint as I think this is a spelling mistake because I don't know. Anyways, as though fully set forth herein. Okay, and then they're talking about the FIHA, this and act. I'm just going to say the act. Okay, so I'm act in California. We read it above. So the act prohibits an employer from discharging, expelling, or otherwise discriminating against any person because the person has opposed any practice forbidden under the act. To plead and prove a claim for retaliation, a plaintiff must establish he or she engages in a protected activity. The employer subjected the employee to an adverse employment action. And three, a causal link exists between the protected activity and the employer's action. Okay, then they cite a 2018 decision. Ms. Faraji engaged in protected activity and immediately experienced an adverse employment action on many occasions. She took medical leave only to have a supervisor cut her hours. She reported a co-worker for screaming, "Fuck you, you Persian bitch." I think this is what she's alleging Joy Taylor yelled at her. Then she says exhibiting erratic behavior and throwing items. No, I think this, if we go back, I don't know, it was somebody named above. Now I remember. Yeah. And then from my recollection, there was a black employee that apparently stood in for her, things along those nature, took it to HR. Okay. And throwing items at her only to be instructed to leave the workplace herself during the co-worker's outburst. She reported Ms. Taylor targeting of her based on a race or national origin, Iranian, and disability, PTSD, only to be removed from speak. So she has prior PTSD. Obviously, the defense is going to exploit that, and they might even claim that her nightmares and everything else that she's alleging is related to a PTSD. But again, in law, there's an eggshell plaintiff. There's a doctrine called the eggshell plaintiff, where basically you find your person as you find them. Okay. The fact that Faraji is what is this, vulnerable and fragile because she has a prior existing medical condition does not necessarily absolve Fox News and all these individually named defendants. Faraji, she's going to have to show an aggravation, though. She's going to have to show a difference between her symptoms prior to, these allegations and the conduct of her former co-workers and the conduct of Fox in comparison to, after she was fired. Let's go back. Where were we? Okay, only to be removed from speak. She confirmed the sexual relationship between Ms. Taylor and Ms. Acho and between Ms. Taylor and Mr. Dixon, only to be subjected to a contrived firing. She spoke out on behalf of a co-worker's termination, only to be shortly fired thereafter. In each case, the temporal proximity between the protected activity and Fox's response creates an inference that the protected activity was connected to the adverse employment action. In each case, the temporal proximity between the protected activity and Fox's response creates an inference that the protected activity was connected to the adverse employment action. They cite a case, close proximity in time of an adverse action to an employee's resistance or opposition to unlawful conduct is often strong evidence of a retaliatory motive. As a direct, foreseeable, and proximate result of defendant's unlawful actions, as described above, Ms. Faraji has suffered and continues to suffer losses in earnings, losses in other employment benefits, losses in other financial aspects, and I guess this is just a repetition of what it is that she's seeking. Okay, 4, wrongful termination in violation of public policy. And then, okay, so let's go to relief. Let's see what Faraji is seeking. So prayer for relief. Wherefore, plaintiff individually and on behalf of the proposed class and subclass prays for judgment against Fox as follows. Number 1, for notice to all non-exempt hourly individuals who work for Fox in California during the period commencing 4 years prior to the filing of this complaint, for an order certifying this action as a class action, for compensatory damages in an amount according to proof, for liquidated damages in an amount according to proof, for restitution, including disgorgement or profits according to proof, for all applicable statutory and civil penalties, for all recoverable pre- and post-judgment interest, for all reasonable attorney fees and costs, of suit, including expert fees to the extent permitted by law, including without limitations under the California Labor Code. They give the sections for an injunction and order permanently restraining Fox from engaging in the unlawful wage and hour business practices complaint of herein, for such other and further relief as the court deems appropriate and just. Wherefore, plaintiff individually prays for judgment against defendants as follows: for compensatory damages in an amount according to proof, for emotional distress damages, for punitive, treble, liquidated, or other damages, for injunctive relief, including but not limited to directing Fox to take immediate and effective measures to prevent any current or future. This is what I was looking for, okay? Because when I read the initial part of a prayer, which primarily deals with a class action, I'm like, but all you're asking for is money. In any event, let's move on. Effective measures to prevent any current or future harassment or retaliation against its workers by Mr. Dixon, Ms. Taylor, Mr. Diaz, and Ms. Peretti. This should include, at a minimum, terminating the responsible individuals and conducting more private and comprehensive internal investigations for reasonable attorney's fees and costs of suit, including expert fees to the extent permitted by the law, for such other and further relief as the court deems appropriate and just. And then they're demanding a jury trial, and then respectfully submitted. Okay, so was it only January 3rd? Oh wow, why does it feels like this thing has been going on for so long? Okay, so January 3rd, 2025. I'm gonna butcher this name. Ayazi Abney. Attorneys for plaintiff, Nushin, Faraji individually, and on behalf of other similarly situated. What is this? So what I'm getting from this, let's go back to that prayer for notice to all. So what I'm noticing. Oh, I need to adjust. Hold on. I need to change positions. Okay. Anyways, I was just thinking about something. Never mind. So, okay, it's obvious that they brought this as a class action, but it does not appear that they have everybody, or maybe they want more individuals to join the lawsuit. That might be it. But I don't know. I have questions. Let me go back to, yeah. Mookie, that is right. I don't know. We just Elon Musk and all these other people. I truly do not know what. I don't know what these 4 years are going to look like. I have no idea. I have no idea what these 4 years are going to look like. Okay, so okay, who's a goat? Are you referring to life? Are you referring to? I know this is kind of late though. Are you referring to what's his name again? Skip Bayless or somebody else? Let's see. Yeah, and then Tatiana says that Elon looks like a K-head. This is just, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the next what's up to Jerome, what the next few years are going to bring. What's up, Survivor? Let's see. What's going on, Survivor? What are we congratulating her for? I've been MIA, you guys. Been MIA again. I mean, I think we had this discussion though, where I said I'm probably going to be taking my Fridays off. This Friday will be a good one. I mean, I was absent last Friday too, but this Friday will be a good time to implement that. My man is still here. Okay, my man is still here. So, yeah, I'm gonna take Friday off. Let's see. I'm just trying to catch up. Oh, is Diggy back here? Shout out to Diggy. And then Jason says, "¿Qué pasa?" Let's see. Jason's here. Thank you for the love. The whole thing. If these allegations are true, I don't know. I honestly, in all honesty, every single person that worked in this space helped foster that cesspool environment. Okay, this is not victim blaming, but it is the truth. People swept that mess under the rug because they must have been compensated pretty well to put up with that mess, right? I don't know. This is it's a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. My mouse is stuck. Let's see. I know, Mookie, did you talk about this? If I have permission to go on your channel, I'll share some of your stuff. Yeah, it's freezing outside. It's freezing outside. It's really cold out there. Oh, really? So Laugh said that schools are closed in Georgia because it's cold. Let me see. How cold? Let's see. I know I'm always getting distracted. Let's see how cold it's going to be in. Where do you? It's Clayton County, right? Uh, Georgia. What? 22 degrees. That's kind of hot. Like, okay, right now it's 22. Let's see in the morning. I don't know about it's different though. I guess if you're not used to frigid weather, then it makes sense to cancel cool. This is kind of hot, you guys. That's what I say all the time. Somebody tells me, what is this? 23 degrees, 30. I'm like, that's hot. We're freezing out here. We're freezing. It's going to be below zero. This stuff is cold. It's really cold. But okay, let's see. Yeah, that's true. Laugh. That definitely true. Because I'm like, it's not that cold. But I guess if you're not used to that kind of weather, then it makes sense. It makes sense. Let's see. Okay, and Laugh said 8 people did not hit that like button. Oh, I just started reading this and I was like, what, you guys could not hear me the whole time? That almost freaked me out. I was like, what the hell? Um and then last year that Skip was playing Skip was, oh my goodness. I've been drinking. No, I drank wine earlier. I don't I'm not a real drinker. Beer for sure, I can drink beer. But anything other than beer, I'm not big on. I have been drinking the same glass of Pinot Noir for the past 2 nights. Like I'm still slurring though. I'm still slurring, but I'm not a real drinker. I'm waiting for summer when maybe spring. Around spring, I can get back to beer. It's kind of too cold to be drinking beer right now. But okay, so no, Skip was not. I mean, he may have been sleeping with somebody else allegedly, okay? But he was trying to screw Faraji, who is Iranian, and she's a hairdresser. As far as the only thing that I've seen that black lady reference here is the hair. What's her name again? Oh, Joy Taylor was claiming after there was a falling out between these two girls, okay? After the falling out, Joy Taylor was claiming that Faraji doesn't know how to do black hair. Uh, whether Joy Taylor is black or not, I don't know. I remember, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know if she's black or not. But that was the fight. And Faraji was saying that she has done black hair before because she styled over 10 black backup dancers for a CeeLo Green music video. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Mookie, Mookie, I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I should have been reading these messages as I was going along, but you guys know I'm not going to stop. Now, get distracted. I'd get distracted. Laugh, I'm so sorry. I'm late with a response, but no, it was not a black girlfriend. It was not a black girlfriend. Ooh. Wait, so Skip has a girlfriend? I thought the man's married, Jerome. I thought, and Laugh is like, I don't even know what's going on here. I'm just here to listen to this crazy woman. But okay, thank you for the support. Okay. Yeah, the hairdresser. They say Iranian. I'm not even gonna get into identity politics, so I don't know. I don't know. Tatiana says that Skip is a 304. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, maybe I'll go back to where I'm reading the comments as I. Mookie says Skip was on Sparks. I don't. Isn't this man? How old is this man? Let's take a look. How old? How old is Skip? I can. Yeah, I can get rid of this document now. Skip. Skip. Bayless. Ooh. Skip Bayless. It feels weird because I did not go to work today. Everybody else at my job was at work, but I was not at work because my kid was out of school. Okay, he's 73. Around this time, I don't know. He's still kind of old, man. I don't know. I don't know. He's still kind of old. Um, yeah, Taraji. I know Taraji, Faraji, but it begins with a letter F. Okay, and Love said Skip doesn't need a hairstylist. What does he need, girl? A barber? 1.5 for coochie. I don't know. For Poom Poom, I don't know. Like for something you don't even. I don't know. Now I'm just getting messy. Again, you don't even know. You don't know anything about height. I guess you don't really care when you're predatory. Allegedly, like allegations. I guess if you're predatory, it doesn't care. It doesn't matter. But I don't know. 1.5. You don't even know what that stuff's like. Or maybe he was just trying to see if she was gonna fall for it. Love said, "Love, does this mean that you're going to take it? Would you take the 1.5? I don't know. I don't know. And I, I know you guys are so funny. Got the money and had a black. You don't even know. I checked my bounce though. Uh, and then Jason says that one lady said she was closing her eyes and thinking about someone for 1.5. Oof. Yeah, I don't even know why Tatiana. I don't even know why she's going to HR. People do not understand that HR. They're not there for you. Okay, human resources have never been there for their job is to protect the employer. Okay, protect the employer. Uh Jason is funny. This is funny. Apparently Skip should have offered 2 million. 2 million, not 1.5. Yeah. Oh, and laugh is like laugh is like I don't know how I feel about hearing SO cuss. I'm sorry. This is 2025. I'm not gonna cuss no more. When it's Here's my thing though. When it's in a pleading, I'm not a shy individual, okay? When it's in a pleading, like in court documents, complaint or whatever, trust and believe I'm going to read it out. Like I'm not one of those attorneys that, try and what is this? Redact words and no, I'm reading exactly what's out there. So let's see. What's up, Brooklyn? What's up, Brooklyn? All right. Yeah. Jason definitely disgruntled, but they should have seen this coming. Fox News, I'm saying Fox News. Fox Sports should have Fox as an entity. They should have seen this coming. If you fire some folks and you've done some stuff, they're definitely going to, they're going to blow things up, especially if you have money. So, yep. Let's see. Okay, and Jerome says he must have some really good bodyguards. That makes me question. Okay, I understand, right? For Faraji, if right, Faraji, I guess if you have PTSD and you have other things going on with you, it makes sense why you would fear somebody hiring a hit person. I just need more information on that because did Dixon, is he known for hiring hitmen? Has he said he was going to hire somebody? I need more information. Or is that just a symptom of, her psychological injury. Let's see. Okay, so Jerome says that everybody he's worked with wanted to take his head off. That's crazy. That's really crazy. Okay. Uh, d- did Shannon and Skip ever really get along? Did they ever really get along? Cause I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, and then Mookie says, kept throwing his name in some stuff. I would have been okay. No, did he? All right, let's see. Okay, so Jason does make a good point, right? Because Faraji seems to take from at least what we've read. Okay, she's against marital affairs. So Jason has a proposition that she may have turned things down because Skip is married. Yeah, probably. Uh, okay, proof of the $1.5 million. We won't know until they need to have a video deposition. That's what that's what we need. We need a I hope the fans is smart. I mean, they're probably going to have, top-notch attorneys. But defense has to move for a video deposition because uh, if you just have a court reporter, a lot is going to get lost in translation. Sure, Faraji might say things, during. Oh, but that could also backfire because if she's just up there crying and not answering questions, yeah, that might not be good. So let's see. We're talking about Travis Scott performing at the game tonight. What game are you guys talking about? Uh, yeah, Survivor's like, congratulations for what? Okay, and then Lab says, I need to go have fun with my man. No, he's reading right now. So he's reading. So I have time to gossip. I had time to gossip. He said he was going to read for 4 hours today. That did not happen. He's been reading for, I don't know, I've been on here for an hour, 27 minutes. So yeah, that did not happen. Yeah, not even that. I did laundry today, okay? I did laundry today. So I still have to fold. When I was much younger, I was one of those people that would not go to bed until I've done anything and everything that I was supposed to do, but I'm older. So I usually reach a point where once I've done the majority of what I could do and it's time for bed, then I need to go to bed. But 11 p.m. is my cutoff time. I need to iron though. And I'm going back to work. Do I miss work? I have a lot. I have a lot to do. I have a lot to do. Okay, so Jerome says, "I appreciate your hustle." I like Jerome. Okay, I like Jerome. I like Jerome. Yeah, definitely. Befriending folks you work with, no. And Survivor says, "Don't take a doo doo where you eat." Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, next time I'm going to read these as I as I'm doing the live. It's just that I get distracted. And I wanted to get through the complaint so I could close that tab. Okay, and then Lav says, I know in Detroit, Chicago, New York, they walk to school in the snow. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know, I guess I'm just used to freezing. I'm used to freezing where whatever. Yesterday was freaking cold though. Yesterday I wanted to take my kid snow tubing, but it was way too cold. It was freezing cold. Okay, I I personally do not mind snow. Okay, I don't mind snow. The cold weather, I really prefer hot. I prefer hot weather, but not like Mississippi. Like Mississippi and Louisiana, that's no, 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 no. I don't. I like being hot, but I don't like humidity. Uh, it's sticky, it's yucky, it's gross. You'll take showers, I don't know, 5 times a day. So no, I don't like humid weather. I like being hot. I really hate being cold. I hate being cold, but it's manageable as long as you're not outside for too long. But I mean, you can go out and do stuff. You can go snow tubing. You can go snowshoeing. You can. I know if you feel risky like that, you can ski. I wanted Zeta to ski, but I don't know. It's like injury prone. I don't have time. I don't have time for that. So yeah, and she's not really shown any interest. Zeta's like a dancer. That's her thing. Like this kid is always she's always dancing, believe it or not. She's always dancing. She's always jumping around. She's always doing something. And she did ballet, jazz and tap or something along those lines when she was younger, and she absolutely hated it. She hated she hated it. But uh she's trying to convince me to do hip hop or something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. And she's really into dance moms. Let's see. Yeah, I should have kept up with these messages the chat while as they were coming in. As they were coming in. So Laugh says she's only here for the accent. Thank you, Laugh. That's funny. You heard what? Yeah. And then Survivor says HR will find a way to fire you once if you are a whistleblower and will blackball you without a doubt. Without a doubt. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why I'm so giggly. I don't know. I cannot stop. Yeah. So let's see. All right. Wait. Was Mookie? Were you working? What's going on? Where are you going, Mookie? Okay. Laugh says she likes cold weather. She just doesn't want the snow because I don't need to lose money by not going to work. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. You hate the summertime? What? Dude, it can be hot as hell, and I'll just be out here drinking beer. Like, that's my thing. I only enjoy beer when it's hot out. When it's cold, it kind of doesn't make sense. Yeah. But okay, so that's the end of the live. I was here for an hour and a half. Sorry, I kept pushing the live back, but I had to. I had to do my laundry, you guys, because we had a lot of stuff to watch because we only made it home last night. Yeah, we made it home last night. And I know I'm glad to be back. I just prefer my regular life. Like, it's okay to visit, whatever. And the CLEs, listen, the CLEs were actually pretty good. A lot of them were not, none of them were actually in my line of work, but there were some pretty interesting CLEs. They had one on. Oh my goodness! Shout out to Zeta though. Zeta is the real MVP because for as young as she is, she sat through those CLEs. She sat through the CLEs because it was 2 days, the Friday and the Saturday, and she sat through the CLEs. She was bored. Uh, I mean, the Friday it was okay. She was a little excited. Oh, and that hotel, you guys, the hotel was freaking. They put, I mean, the stuff's really expensive because you have to pay for the CLE, and then they have a brunch that you pay for. Uh, yeah, the stuff's pricey. Okay, it's definitely pricey. But as far as the hotel, that's probably the best hotel I've ever been to. I've been to some pretty nice hotels before, but this hotel was top tier. Okay, they had a doorman. Okay, they had a doorman. They had butlers. Okay, I'm all over the place. I was talking about Zeta. So the Friday during the CLEs, she was a trooper. Obviously, she's excited because she has no idea that she's about to sit through some really boring stuff for a little kid. And she was excited because when we got there, they had some snacks out there. They had cookies, chips, water, coffee for the adults. I'm not a real adult, so I don't drink coffee. But they had snacks and things out there, and obviously she's excited. So she was munching on her little snacks or whatever, playing her little games, and she was on Roblox. Um, and then eventually, when he was around 5, she was ready to leave. She was ready to leave, and my man was working. And the thing is, he's working remotely, and it's what is this? He's on Central Time. So even though he's on the East Coast, he still has to work the Central Time hours, right? So he was taking forever to come and pick us up, and Zeta was ready to leave. She was getting antsy. She was ready. She was just ready to get up. But oh, they had a live jazz band, you guys. Like they had a band. They had a band. I drank some wine. Oh, and Friday was my birthday, so I had a glass of wine. I talked to I met a lot of individuals though, because usually the attorneys that, again, you guys know that I moved to a new jurisdiction. Okay, I moved to a new state. So as far as this state is concerned, I have no real ties to this state, no real ties. But I did have an opportunity with the public defender's office. It looked like a good fit, but things didn't work out or whatever. So other than that, I have no real ties. I have no real ties to this state. So in any event, most of the folks that I had met were people within my age range or whatever, like younger attorneys. But this was a good opportunity because I got to talk to a lot of attorneys, like people I probably would not have run into ordinarily because they practice in um, cities that I don't practice in and I don't go to. So I talked to a whole bunch of people, and then on Saturday I had somebody trying to recruit me. Like they're like, "Oh, you should apply to our law firm." I'm like, I don't know, I don't know about that. Yeah, but anyways, so on Friday, Zeta was ready to leave, and they had butlers literally just walking around. You know how they have like these fancy. Usually, I don't go to work functions. That's me. Again, I don't hang out with people I work with, and I don't go to work functions. That's not my thing. I just no. That's how you know. I don't do it. So in any event, they had butlers walking around with like hors d'oeuvres, just passing them out, and Zeta was munching away. So she got really excited, and she did not want to leave anymore. Yeah, and they had like what is this? Zeta loves shrimp. So they're just handing out a whole bunch of stuff. I guess our money's worth. But the hotel, oh, absolutely fantastic. Great, great, great. And then the Saturday again, she did good because these CLEs were over 8 hours. Okay, over 8 hours. Um, they had a brunch. Brunch was pretty pricey. My man says the brunch was good. I'm a bit ah, I don't spend. If you guys know, I don't spend a lot of money on breakfast. Okay, if I'm going out to eat, I'm going to buy something I'm not capable of making, like a steak. I don't know how to. I don't know how to grill a steak. So I do grilled steaks with Zeta, but I don't think that I don't know. It's not like chef quality. Okay. Uh, so, but breakfast though, brunch food, I'm like, I could do that. I could make pancakes, but they had a great selection. They had a great selection. But what is this? Because this Saturday, again, I was last minute in booking the Airbnb. So by the time that I booked the Airbnb was top notch. The Airbnb was really, really, man, the Airbnb was top. I spent more money than I should have, but the Airbnb was top notch. Even when we got there, my man was like, he never, again, people in the South, they're used to huge backyards, huge this, huge that. He said he would understand why somebody would live in a large city and live in a shoebox, because the place looked like a shoebox, but it was breathtaking. The bed sheets, they were not great. They were a little too crispy for me. Because they were too crispy, I don't know, they should have gone with, maybe there were percale sheets, I don't know. The bed sheets were not great, but the place was top notch. It was clean, so that was nice. It was top notch. it was more of a modern design, which I like, but it was absolutely gorgeous. It was breathtaking, breathtaking. It was beautiful, beautiful. A great place to give somebody's man top. Okay, I'm just saying. It was a wonderful place to be in, and Zeta loved it. She loved her room or whatever. Yeah, it was beautiful. Okay, probably again over the last again, I watch too much crime TV, so Airbnb's not my thing. I'm just Airbnb's not my thing. I think too many things can go wrong. Over the last 3.5 years, maybe going on 4 years, the only times I've actually ever stayed in an Airbnb was with my man. Usually, I don't do Airbnbs. Okay, that's not my thing. I stay clear of Airbnbs, and the reason why, because even on Friday, we ordered takeout. Tell me why this man gave the Uber driver or whatever, uh, was it Uber Eats or what's the other app? DoorDash. Tell me why he gave the man the code. I'm like, why the fuck would you give the man the code? He could come up here and take us out. I mean, we had nothing, but he's like, no, he wouldn't do that. I'm like, how do you know? Yeah, Airbnb's not my thing. So I was last minute, Jerome. Yeah, I had that was top tier. Listen, listen, listen. If you're gonna give top somewhere, it has to be a top tier destination. Top tier destination. So I was late with making reservations, but I decided to book the 2 nights in the Airbnb, and then for the hotel, I had not picked a hotel yet. I really only booked that hotel like the night, the Thursday when I was still at work, like during my lunch hour or something. That's when I reserved the hotel. So to me, it made sense to reserve the room at the venue where they're hosting the CLEs, and that was expensive. I'm not doing that again. I don't know that I'll I don't know that I'll ever spend that much money on a hotel. But it made sense because at the end of what is this? At the end of the CLE, I was exhausted. I did not want to have to try and zoom through traffic to find a hotel. Besides, it was snowing. The weather was terrible, but we managed. We managed. The hotel was okay. Let me put it this way: the lobby and the reception, and they had bars and stuff. Kind of looked like an old hotel. Like the rooms and stuff reminded me of the Titanic. So I just can't say this looks like the Titanic. And Zeta did not like that because I don't know why she. I don't. It kind of looked like the Titanic. It was. It looked like the Titanic. That's the best I can describe this hotel. But other than that, the amenities were top tier. It was clean, so that's always a plus. That's always a plus. It was just kind of it was a little pricey. But other than that, they had a doorman. They had people carrying your luggages. I guess when you pay that kind of money, there's a reason why they charge that much. There are people carrying your luggages. They had this, they had that. And yeah, and if you're a member, they give you what is this? They give you welcome drinks and something else. I don't remember. But let's see. Now I'm just rambling. Okay, anyways, Zeta was over the whole CLE thing. On Saturday, she said, bless her heart though, she said 7 hours straight. 7 hours straight. 7 hours straight. Okay. 7 hours straight. After that, she was over it. She was over it. She was ready to get up. So we walked around a little bit. We walked around the hotel a little bit. And we're just hanging out. And then, I met some more attorneys. So yeah. As far as would I go, I typically do my CLEs online. Okay, I pay $35 or whatever. Is it 35? It must be more than that. Might be 65 or 85, something along those lines. I typically pay my. I typically do my CLEs online, and every once in a while, I don't like the in-person CLEs though. Yeah, I don't like this in-person CLEs because I remember last January, like of 2024, we went to some CLE. Where was this held? Okay, this was local though. It was held at a local hotel. The food was just, I don't know, the food was they were serving um what is it? They were serving some type of soup. I get it's cold, but I don't know. Again, if I'm getting food that somebody else prepared, it has to be something that It was like tomato soup or something. I don't know. Now I'm just rambling. Yeah. And Love said in the South it gets real humid. Yeah, I know. I used to live in Mississippi. It was humid. It was really humid. Uh okay, so Love says, we love you, girl. Go spend time with your man. Thank you for coming on. Yeah, I had to come up here. And I'm telling you now, this man's reading. Okay. He's not been able to get to do his regular stuff because I've been distracting him all day. But let's see. And then Brooklyn says, do you always travel with your kid? Yeah, I always travel with my kid. My main reason for doing that though is because I would like for her to experience the same things that I'm experiencing, right? Again, I only have one kid, so it's easier for me to do it because I only have one kid. Okay. If I had more than one kid, then maybe I'd have to question. I'm like, maybe, expenses, college in a few years or whatever. But I travel with her because I'd like for her to experience, different things. And for her to have butlers, that was top tier. I don't know that. I don't know that I can recreate that for next year. I don't know. I have a lot going on. Because my goals for this year, definitely going to federal court. I did not see a reason. I was one of those people that did not see a reason for getting admitted into federal court. Again, you guys know that I did Social Security. If you don't, I work for legal aid. Legal aid. What is this? Society, and I did Social Security for a little bit. Okay, basically, I represented people that were disabled. Okay, and when I worked there, they wanted me to um go to, what is this? Now let me explain this. So when it comes to Social Security, SSI or SSDI, okay, those are federal programs, okay? That's not something that you would litigate in a state court. That is something you would litigate in a federal court. But even before you get to that, you have to exhaust all your administrative remedies. If we go back to the Faraji lawsuit, they basically listed that she had exhausted her administrative remedies as far as it goes to the act. I think it was FEHA, FEHA, if I'm not mistaken. I think those were the abbreviations. I closed the tab, so I don't have the complaint before me anymore. So, right. So exhaust all what is this, administrative remedies. So that's what I did. I represented people before an ALJ, an administrative law judge. So before I left that job, I guess they foresaw that I was about to leave, and they're like, no, we want you to go to federal court. And here's the thing about me. I am actually a good writer. Like when I talk, I ramble a lot, but again, when I do present when I'm making formal arguments, I usually pre-prepare. Every once in a while, I just, there are certain things I don't have to script. Okay, like a criminal case, I've done criminal law long enough. I don't have to script an ordinary court proceeding like a status conference. What is this? A sentencing, regular hearings. I don't have to script that. But a lot of things, if I'm making an actual argument, I do write out what I'm going to write because I ramble a lot and I lose track because I start thinking about random things while I'm talking. Maybe I have ADHD. I don't know. I've not been formally diagnosed. But yeah, so my written work is always top notch though. My written work, I know how to argue. A lot of people do not know how to argue. I know how to argue. So they wanted me to do federal work, and I'm like, no, I'm getting ready. I'm going back to criminal law. I'm going to be a public defender. I never really cared about being admitted in federal court because I had no real plans of practicing in federal court. The only time that I actually considered it was one of my friends. I have a friend, her name is Michelle, okay? So Michelle, her specialty is intellectual property, okay? Everybody that knows me they foresaw me doing criminal law for the rest of my life because that's what I'm passionate about. That's what I absolutely enjoy. And to me, it's easy because I get it. And constitutional law is one of my strongest suits. I have constitutional law. Listen, I know I'm all over the place. When I was studying for the bar, I did not have enough time to study for the bar. But the one thing I knew that if I have constitutional law, as far as the essays are concerned, I just knew if I have constitutional law, if I have criminal procedure, or if I have evidence on there, I'm going to pass. Okay. And then I was spot studying. People don't do that. Like I was literally spot studying. I was going over, I was going over prior exams, trying to see what was tested. And there's a company, what are they called? I forgot. I believe these people are out of Wisconsin because it was started by an attorney. It's usually attorneys. It was started by an attorney. It's a bar prep company. It's not the regular. It's not Barbary. It's not Kaplan. It's not any of these major bar prep companies. I forgot. I forgot the name of the bar prep company, but she what they do usually is they try and figure out they were basically trying they're not trying to get people to spot study, but they try and predict what the essays are going to be about. Okay, that's what they try and do. And I went over there and I tried to see what they were predicting, and I tried to predict my own things. And then came the bar. I opened what do I forgot. I forget. I don't know if it's usually first the essays. Yeah, I think it's the essays before the multiple choice because it's over the bar. It's over a period of 2 days and it's 12 hours in total. Okay, unless you have some type of accommodations, like if you have an IEP or whatever, then you might need more time, or whatever. So it might take you longer. But for the average person, it takes about 12 hours. So I was spot studying. I was trying to spot, I was like, okay, what are the subjects they never talked about? What are the subjects that were not tested over X number of years? And I identified some subjects that were not tested. And there were subjects where I was like, no, they test these too frequently. There's no way I'm going to study. I'm not going to touch any of this stuff. Oh, when I got that damn essay, when I got the essays, my saving grace was that, okay, civil procedure, that's everybody knows it. Civil procedure is always tested. Regardless, they test civil procedure all the time. Like that's just an area that's highly tested. So I was prepared for civil procedure. So there was civil procedure. The rest of them, I don't know what the hell they were asking for. It was things I for sure thought they were not going to ask. But when I saw that they had a criminal procedure question, I was like, oh, thank you. I knew I passed there because I know criminal procedure. I definitely know criminal procedure. I know constitutional law and evidence. Those are my strongest suit. And that's why when that's why I like trials, because that's really when you see the law of evidence in practice. Okay, that's when you actually see it in action. Other than that, most of the things that they teach you in law school, you don't really take, they don't appear in practice in the same manner as they do in a textbook. Let me put it that way. And then Brooklyn says, okay, Brooklyn, I just answered that. Jerome said colonial. I don't know what the hell that style was. It was not modern, but it looked like the Titanic. That's all I have. Okay, and Jerome says, you sound excited. I had a good time. I had a good time. Brooklyn, I was going to say gazpacho. It's not gazpacho. It's some, let me look it up. Let's see. Yeah, it was literally just tomato soup. It was tomato soup and some grilled cheese sandwiches. I don't eat like that. Like my kid can eat like that, but I typically don't eat like that. Let's see. Oh yeah, where's Old Bag? Shout out to Old Bag though. Shout out to Old Bag. Okay, Jerome says I've been diagnosed with ADHD. Lol, the doctor said I saw it right when I when you walked in the door. Yeah, I don't know. I might have ADHD, but I don't know what are the symptoms though. I don't know. Do I have ADHD? Let's see. I need to take one of those tests. I might have. I probably do have ADHD. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. When you climb out of the rabbit hole, one day and expose yourself, I would like to see. We'll see. I don't know. Let me think about it. Let me think about it. But I'm telling you right now, Brooklyn, I write very well. That is one of my strongest suit. That is one of my strongest suit. But it does help that I have a 4.0 GPA. That is always that. Listen, jobs that I've applied for, usually this state was a bit different. I still heard back within time, but my previous jurisdiction, I typically was invited to interviews within, it's usually less than 24 hours after applying, unless it's a weekend. So yeah, with this jurisdiction, I think I had to wait about a week before I heard back. But let's see. Okay, and Jerome says, we love you. I love you guys too. Okay. So I think we're done. Let's listen to this one more time. We'll listen to this one more time. One more time. One more time, and then I'm gonna go because I need to iron. I need to iron. Yeah, some things remain the same. Some things remain the same.
Let's see if he can do that. And what happens on 2nd and 2 at the 26? My guy waves out. My guy waves out, just like Chicago. It's the Chicago nightmare all over again. Zeke waves out. Take me out, coach.
Oh, we ain't gonna talk about this.
Take me out. It's my turn. It is. You told me it was my turn.
You can talk all that you want to, yell and scream. You lost.
It is my turn.
You lost the game.
It's my turn.
Take as long as you want. You still lost.
Oh my goodness. What a mess. What a mess. Okay. All right, folks. I am calling it a night here. You guys are real troopers for listening to me ramble. I've been going back and forth, just rambling. And I missed out. Diggy, I'm sorry. I think Jasmine was here early as well, but I had to move it back. Okay. Again, I had to do my laundry. And this is why I really, Brooklyn, correct. That is Skip. That is Skip Bayless. That is Skip Bayless. And the person that is off screen is Shannon Sharp. Yeah, let's see. This is kind of going to be a short week. It's short, but it's also not short. It's not short, but not short. Again, I'm prepping you guys. On Friday, I will not be going live. It's my man's last day here. And you know I have a service to perform, okay? I have a service to deliver. So, okay. Enough rambling. Love you guys. I am off. I'm calling it a night. Tomorrow, let's see. What time are we starting? Tomorrow, what time are we starting? Part of me want to start around, I want to start early, right? I want to start around, I planned on 6:30, but again, I had not realized that I'd still have laundry to fold. So 8 p.m., okay? Let's 8 p.m. Tomorrow, 8 p.m. That's the safest time. No. Maybe 8:30. I don't know, 8:30 or 8 p.m. One of the two, because Zeta needs to be in bed when I get on here, okay? Otherwise, she's going to be up all night, and when she does not get enough sleep, then it's problematic. All right, folks, love you guys. Big shout out to Sarah. Shout out to the replay crew. We'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's the 21st. Okay. Because I do have, my man's going to set my computer stuff up, okay? He has to do it. He has to do it before he leaves. I cannot guarantee that it's going to be tomorrow, but it will be done. Will be done. I should be ashamed of myself. Like, January's almost gone. January is almost gone, and I still did not do what I said I was going to do on this channel. But, okay. I don't know. We'll figure it out. It's either 8 p.m. or 8:30 p.m., but Zeta definitely has to be in bed by the time that I go live. Love you guys. I'm definitely gone. Enough rambling. I'm gone. I wanted to hold on. I'm waiting for 2. No, we don't have to make it 2 hours. It's like 1:59. I think that's good enough. All right, guys. I'm going to iron and I'm calling it a night. Good night. Love you guys. Bye.